What about you? This is Robbie from Premier Lawns. I'm a lawn care company based in Belfast, Northern Ireland. Today's video is all about repairing this lawn that was damaged in the drought last year. We're going to be doing some aerating, a real good heavy scarify, an overseed, top dress with soil, and then a fertiliser. So I'm just going to be talking about the different processes as I go through. I was here 2 or 3 weeks ago and we put down some iron and some seaweed as well. Seaweed's really good whenever you're overseeding because it contains loads of growth hormones. I'll put a blog post on it if you want to learn all about seaweed and what it does. I'll put that down in the description, so make sure you check that out. At the moment, Cameron's aerating the lawn. As you can see, there's a lot of dry patches on it. There's a lot of places where we've lost the grass. So this process is going to fix this. Whenever I was scarifying this lawn, it was super dusty, as you can see from the video. So get in and really give it a good heavy scarify, double pass, get in and rake it up. Takes a bit more effort, but what we did was with the double scarify, clean it up, and then give it another good heavy scarify, so as we're trying to get rid of as much as we can. If you leave the debris on the lawn and you keep doing multiple passes, it's just not as good a job. So you're better clearing load off and then going over it again. You can see what comes out of it again, and then that way you know that you've removed loads of sats out of the lawn, dead debris. So usually around May time, you wouldn't be just as harsh on the lawn as this because the recovery would be too slow coming into the summer. I knew that it was seeding, so I could be really hard on it, and along with the top dressing to really bind the seed into the soil. So this is the lawn here. You can really see just how much stats we've taken out of it. We've really stripped the lawn back here. I'm overseeding this with a fescue grass seed mix. So fescue is really good because it'll thrive whenever there's plenty of water, but it'll also survive drought periods, which makes it pretty good for this lawn just with the recent history. And also, fescue doesn't mind growing in shaded areas. There's quite a lot of hedges around this lawn. Fescue's a really nice grass seed if you want more of an ornamental lawn, something that's ideally not going to take a lot of abuse. So overseeding a lawn like this, I would usually generally go in about 30 to 35 grams a square metre for the grass seed. Spinner I use is really good because it has the edge guard on it, so you're not putting all the seed into the beds. You see, just put the flap up, and then whenever I want to seed the rest of the lawn, then it throws it out both sides, but whenever you have the flap down, it just throws it up one side in the front and down one side. They're expensive spinners to buy, but they're stainless steel, and I've had this one for years and hopefully have it for another long time, so they're not long paying for themselves. So now we're on to the top dressing element of this job. For this job, we're using a 70-30 soil sand mix. This is a specialist soil. There's not a lot of building supplies, or building supplies won't carry material like this. You really need to go to the specialist quarries to buy this stuff. From what I've learned from past times, if you find somewhere that says they sell it out of a builder's yard, chances are there's going to be far too many stones in it. So you're best putting the soil out and leaving it to dry for a while. We had a cup of tea and we came back, so again I'm just throwing down a bit more seed just to make sure there's plenty down here. The soil's really good because it just helps bind the seed in the soil and gives it somewhere fresh to grow. So if you're seeding and then top dressing, you can be really hard on the lawn. It's just a really good chance to introduce a lot of new grass into the lawn. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit that like button down below. Really helps me out. A lot of folks would use rakes and flutes to try and dress the surface. This here called a drag mat. It's like a steel carpet is the easiest way to describe it. And it pulls all the debris and the material down into undulations and helps fill in any holes. Really levels out the lawn. It's really important whenever you do this. Top dressing can only be done on a dry day because the stuff just has to be dry to get brushed in. And this is our last job, just in with the fertilizer. Again, with the edge guard down to stop the fertilizer going into the beds and stuff, etc. So now the most important thing is explaining to the customer how to water the lawn and how to look after it and what to look out for, etc. This is really important, and sometimes customers just don't get it, which can be frustrating. But that just comes with the job. So that's me at the end of this video. Again, if you want to help me out and help me grow my channel, it really helps me if you hit that like button, just smash it for me. That would be great. And leave me a comment below. Love to read everybody's comments. See you in the next video.